All right, so this next chunk is going to cost me a little bit. And in an effort to balance those books, I got myself a little side job. Let me show you. Now, as you guys might remember from an episode earlier in the winter, we've had some pretty big storms this winter. And as a result, we lost some pilings, and we also had a few others that needed replacing. And so while I was gone in Asia, we got some new steel pilings down at the Marina. It's low tide right now, so you get to see most of the piling. So check these out. These are some of the new steel piling. And as you can see, they have a wire and a metal plate welded to them. Now these are our old Douglas fir creosote soaked pilings, but as you can see, eventually they will be chewed apart by bacteria and teredo worms and that kind of like. So the idea with these new steel ones is that they won't be corroded away by natural causes, but by chemical ones. The process is galvanic corrosion. Basically, these steel pilings, the new ones, already have anodes welded to them, and that's what that wire hanging off of those pilings is. It is a long wire that grounds the piling to a big zinc anode, or actually in these case, aluminum. It just needs to be a metal that is less noble than the steel. The problem is, a couple years ago we had a bunch of pilings replaced and they don't have anodes, like this one right here. Do you see this one behind me? It doesn't have an anode on it. So my job is to weld some metal tabs onto it and hang some anodes. Aluminum anodes, because they're less noble than the steel. So, despite this job being relatively simple, I am just going to cut up some steel, drill a hole in each piece, and then weld the pieces to the tops of these pilings, and then just bolt the new zincs on. It's not that complicated of a job. It will afford basically all the materials that I need for this next stage of the project, which is amazing. And the reason that is because you need a dinghy, you need a welder, you need the ability to come down at high tide only just to do all of this work. Basically what it comes down to is I'm pretty much the right person for the job who can do it with the least amount of effort on my part, because I already live here and I'm already here all the time and I already have all the equipment. So I'm the perfect guy for the job. So let's do the job. This is an anode. This particular one is made of cast aluminum, and it is less noble than the steel piling that it is welded to. So we put it in the water to inhibit galvanic corrosion, and thus their $10,000 investment is protected by a little bit of aluminum. Well, a lot of aluminum. One down, 21 more to go. And yes, in case you're wondering, these are heavy. They are heavy. Oh, whoa, there we go. Yeah, brother. It's a fair bit of work, nice little workout, but this will pay for all of the materials I need for the next big chunk of work on perihelion, which is amazing. This episode is brought to you by Renogy. Now, Renogy is powering this boat. They're providing some of the biggest systems for this boat, and I'm very excited to be working with them because they are the name of the game in value. Really, they are a value proposition. They've been a value proposition for a while. They've been all over the market, just doing their best to keep prices low for people going off grid. But they don't only offer affordable solutions, they also offer great bang for your buck on premium solutions. And sometimes with premium solutions, what you're getting is a lot of things at once, and it's actually saving you money in the long run. A good example of this is Renogy's 3500 watt pure sine wave inverter. Now this inverter has been powering my boat for years. I used to have a $2,400 3,500 watt or 4,000 watt inverter from an expensive French company, and it was awful. I hated working with it. It promised a bunch of things that it didn't actually deliver on. I had nothing but problems with it, constantly firmware issues, software issues, totally all the time, a nightmare. Not so much with this one. I put this one in, and the only times I have to go digging through the menu is when I'm changing shore power connection. So for a while I had bigger battery banks that I was using to power up my big boat, and so I could ramp up the amperage that it could pull in, and you can change that in the settings. Up to 30 amp shore connect it can charge, so that's 3,600 watts of shore power. Did I mention? Yeah, it's a charger. So 3,600 watts into your 48 volt battery bank. That's a lot of juice. You can pull it straight off of the shore power connect, so as soon as you get to the dock, plug her in, and you're getting every single amp you can from that shore power straight into your battery bank, charging it as fast as possible under an MPPT charge profile. Now, because it's a charger, it's also a solar charger, and not a small one. This thing can handle 80 amps of solar power coming in. So if you're doing the math, that's 3,800 watts of solar power that this can handle. Probably even more based on the voltage you're running. So like my packs are running 51.2 volts, so I can get even more power than that, like 4,100 or 4,200 or something like that. It's a crazy amount of juice. All out of this one simple box that weighs half as much as my last inverter did, and is half the size and a third of the price. This is an incredible value. And this thing has been dirt simple. Now, does it come with a big flashy screen? No, but neither did the other one, so whatever. It's an inverter charger. It's meant to be installed in a cabinet where it will be installed shortly, and you don't look at it again. It's just there. I love this thing. I really want Renogy to come out with a 12 volt version of this that does everything this does, but I understand that that's kind of tough because 48 volt means that everything is a quarter, all of like wires and everything that you have to run are a quarter the diameter that they would be on a 12 volt system. But people are always asking me, oh Simon, what can I do? I need to charge my batteries faster. I've got a 12 volt system. I wish I could offer you something. They have an inverter charger that's a really good value in their books, but they don't have one that does solar too and everything, and hopefully that'll be coming soon because this is an absolute darling. And at the price, it's just a no-brainer. Even for applications that don't need all this power, this is still the best bang for your buck, and you can expand in the future. So if you guys are interested in setting up a 48 volt system in your boat or RV or your home, these are a great option. Please check out the link in the description. I'll have a Canadian link and an American link. Get these before the tariffs hit them and they have to ship more stuff from overseas. I know their warehouses are stuffed up right now, so hit them now, get a good price, get yourself set up. These are amazing. I love my Renogy setup. I'm so excited to get it into the boat. Soon, very soon. Like a maximum amount of working time with polyester resin, like when you're on the CSM, like the CSM starts falling apart and you really don't want to be pushing it too much once it gets that stage. Like we're getting close to it. There's some like this stuff I did, the last roll I did over here, like it's past that point I don't want to go over. if I start rolling my roller over there, it's gonna start pulling random little hairs out of it. See, like right now I roll, and there's barely any hairs coming out.
Yep.
Watch this. I roll here. It's still okay. Never mind. Over here. Okay, this is kind of a wet roll, so it's not really doing it. Anyway, just take my word for it, okay? I have no evidence, but just believe me, I'm right. Alright, well, I don't know if you could tell from the last time lapse, but I just put up about 12 pieces of fiberglass and then had them all come down on top of me and completely undo the last 2 hours of work. So, lesson learned, you cannot lay fiberglass like 2 or 3 layers thick at once. Even if it's the super thin CSM, it still will peel off on a vertical surface like that. So yeah, I'm pissed, and I'm covered in resin now, which, yeah, just gonna have a bad day no matter what I do at this point, so I might as well just continue. Now, for those of you used to watching this kind of thing on YouTube, maybe you might be expecting me to do a vacuum bag infusion or using some epoxy or some other very expensive, tedious workshop laboratory style finish, and that is not what I'm doing. I'm doing what's called, in my books, a Gabriola finish, aka no kill, quite like overkill. We're gonna lay this on thick, we're gonna lay this on fast, and I'm gonna get out there and get sailing, and it'll be plenty strong, and weight is not a concern on this boat. And that's it. We've laid up half the glass we're gonna lay. It's 3/8 thick, already very strong.
It's insanely big inside too.
I don't think I've ever seen a boat like.
It's a convertible.
You like it?
I mean,
It's a convertible.
Tops down, bro. It's fine.
high speed, low drag.
That's right. The back deck, because I took it into the dump, and when I got rid of it, 550 kilos just in that chunk of deck. Like 2/3 of the deck or whatever, half of the deck back there.
Simon makes me feel better about our boat problems.
Yeah. Clogged diesel filters, though. Oh my God, that must have been stressful for
well,
you.
the pound was stressful. I'll take that over this any day.
All work and no play makes Simon a very dull boy, so we're going to be making sushi for some friends tonight. Jay and Kenna from Sailing Sitka are visiting, Toby's on board, and it's Nathan's belated birthday party because he was kind of sick before, so we're all getting together for some delicious sushi a la old dog. Let's go.
Bon appetit.
I didn't think burning mayo would be so good.
So the wasabi in there was good.
Yeah, it's like mayo first, then fish, then sabi.
It's good. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, that's a move.
move.